He's the executive chef of Sister Lakes Brewing Company and recently got to shop in Flavortown Market on Food Network's Guys Grocery Games. Chef Justin joins us this morning to talk about the show and how it all played out. Justin, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
You made it in this cold
I
weather.
made it. It was tough, but I made it here.
You made it here.
Yeah.
And you got the chance to be on a game show.
Yes, I did.
How was that?
It was amazing.
Well, before we get right into that, let's learn a little bit more about you and what you have done. So what's your background, you being a chef?
Well, I've been a chef for 20 years now.
20 years.
Yeah, so I've been doing a little bit of everything. I started back home in Chicago, and I was in Chicago for years and years. I worked for numerous, restaurants. I worked for the Gibson's Restaurant Group, Hugo's Frog Bar. I helped start a company called Home Chef, which is a fresh ingredient delivery company out of Chicago.
Yeah.
And then during the pandemic, my wife and I decided, hey, let's move out to Michigan. Let's move out to our lake house that we had because all the craziness that was going on in the city.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be short term, but it ended up being long term. So we've been here 4 years now, and we're not going anywhere. We love it here.
Right. So you were a chef. So did you always know you wanted to be a chef, or how did that come about?
That's a tough thing because, I didn't know exactly what I want to do, and I don't think a lot of people know what they want to do until they start getting going in their life. And I always loved to cook.
Okay.
My mother is an amazing cook. My grandmother, my grandfather, I always had that, wanted to cook, wanted to be around them, be in the kitchen, and it just kind of happened that way. And so I went to school. I went to Ball State, got my food and hospitality management degree, then went to Chicago and got my my culinary degree at the Cooking and Hospitality Institute of Chicago, and I think the rest is just hard work and history. So.
And you said Ball State. I went to Ball State.
Did you really? Well, we didn't know that. This is great. Small world. I love Ball State. Chirp, chirp.
Chirp, chirp. Ball State, best school.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Love it.
So.
Great.
Besides the Ball State.
Yeah.
So what made you want to go on this show? Like, what started you I need to be on the show?
Well, I've always kind of been interested in seeing, what happens behind the scenes, kind of like here on the news, and see what happens on these cooking shows. And that was one of the ones I was always interested in. That one and Chopped.
Okay.
So when I finally got the call, they said, hey, come on, to Santa Rosa, California, and let's do this. And I always wanted to meet Guy, and I always wanted to work with these people. And he was just amazing.
Really?
Amazing person, amazing chef. Just a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Very nerve-wracking, very stressful.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Never had to shop in 4 minutes and run around and then cook after that. And then do it twice in one day. So, yeah, it was like a 16-hour shoot day.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I was done. But it was a blast.
Wow. So what did you take from that show?
I guess I learned that I could cook really fast.
Yeah.
I have to. And do it good. I had great competition. Everyone, the other chefs were awesome, and they really gave me a run for my money.
Yeah.
But I just put my head down and worked hard, and kind of figured out where everything was, and a little bit of luck too.
Yeah.
Probably. But it worked out great.
And so you mentioned you and your wife started a business. It was the Sister Lakes. Can you tell us?
No, so we didn't actually start it. I'm working at Sister Lakes Brewing right now. My wife is in the area too, but she's a nurse practitioner. I'm in Sister Lakes Brewing in Sister Lakes, Michigan.
Okay.
And we have a wonderful place out there. We brew all of our own beer. We have a wonderful seasonal menu. We do lots of fun things. And Sister Lakes area is a wonderful area.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of fun, and I'm really liking it.
Yeah, and before we end, you brought in your plate. So can you tell us about it?
I know it's not the big, well, it's kind of fun. Guy and all the judges signed it, and it was the one takeaway that we actually got to take with us at the end of the day, because obviously it's very secretive of what happened and who won and all that kind of stuff. So it was just cool to bring a memento home and have it on my mantle while I waited for it to show, because it took a whole year for the show to air.
Nice.
So I did this show, and then I had to wait a whole year to watch it. So I just couldn't wait. So I actually watched it again last night.
You did?
Yeah. Just my wife and I for the first time. We really got to enjoy it and watch it and rewind it and get all those kind of little things. So, but yeah, it was a blast, and I would love to do it again.
Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Just thank you for being here.
Wonderful. No problem.
Yes.
Thank you.
Chef Justin, the executive chef at Sister Lakes Brewing Company in Dowagiac, Michigan. You can visit their website at sisterlakesbrewing.com or give them a phone call at 269-332 5135 or check out their Facebook at Sister Lakes Brew.